And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We do have some really shocking footage for you today, and it is with regard to an illegal migrant stating that sexually assaulting women is completely normal and he does it because he feels like it. These are the individuals we're importing into our nation. Illegal immigration is at breaking point. Again, majority of Britons are absolutely outraged, but our government are still allowing it to happen. And as we reported to you a couple of days ago, they're looking to try and extend housing contracts till 2039. And we spoke a lot in other videos why we think this is happening and the government's agenda as to why they don't want to stop this invasion. But they're now saying it. They're now admitting it. And of course, we've seen over the last couple of years just how much they aren't culturally aligned to us. They have different ideologies and are committing heinous acts. In today's video, guys, we are going to be watching and reacting to this footage. But first, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more. So this is a video from one of these auditors. He goes by the name of Ryan Rampage 5 on TikTok, so give him a follow if you so wish. But as you can see in this, the illegal migrant admits to sexual assault on a woman. Listen to his explanation why he did it, and this will send a cold shiver down your back. He thinks it's acceptable, and as this user's saying, we bloody don't. Have a watch.
Why would you do that to somebody? Why would you do that?
I was in mood.
You was in the mood? Is that what you do in your country? You just go up to women and...
No. Sometimes.
So, how long have you been in England?
About 3 years.
3 years?
3 years.
Are you living in one of the hotels?
And you think that's
Yeah, I was in
acceptable?
hotel, yeah.
So
You really think that's acceptable?
Yeah.
You...
Yeah.
So this is just a short interaction there, but you literally heard him clearly state that he lives in a hotel. He's been here for 3 years, and he said that he thinks it's acceptable when he's in the mood. Now, these are individuals. This is where the frustration stems from. We've spoke about it extensively. These people are not culturally aligned to us. And we have said this, and it's a point that the right or just normal citizens come up and say. They say that the individuals from these third world countries believe that this is okay to do within their own country and will continue to do these things inside Britain. They don't care. They're not reformed. It's their values and standards on where they're from. And they don't just suddenly change overnight as they've just come to a new country. It's something that they've been born with and something that is socially acceptable, something that's acceptable inside them. And that's why you're seeing the mass amounts of crimes that are happening. Now, listen to Ben Leo as he lists off crimes by illegal migrants in the UK. It really is insane.
Breaking tonight, a brutal truth the government won't say out loud, but I will tonight on this show and on this channel. Britain is facing a migrant crime epidemic. I've been watching my country from afar in recent months since I arrived in America, and to say I've been shocked at what's been going on back home is an understatement. So tonight I've decided to reel off as many examples of migrant crime as I can in just a few minutes. That's the most amount of time we've got, to be frank, to highlight the sheer volume of the issue. And there are plenty more beyond these examples. And a warning, some of the details in this report may be distressing and viewer discretion is advised, but it is the cold, hard truth we need to face. Let's start with Afghan asylum seeker Shafullah Rasuli. Here he is, found guilty of assaulting 2 women while working illegally as a food delivery driver in Maidstone. Kuwaiti national Mobarek Al-Maturi, found guilty of sexually assaulting a young girl in a shop and hoarding nearly 4,000 indecent images of children, some as young as 8 years old. Ethiopian national Hadush Kibatu, we all know him by now, found guilty of sexually assaulting a 14-year-old girl and a woman while staying at the Asylum Hotel in Epping. He was mistakenly released from prison, of course, before finally being deported, not before being paid £500 of your money, by the way, to go home. Elsewhere, Somali national Habi Kambadextra, found guilty of stabbing a man to death inside a high street bank after calling a migrant charity and saying he planned to kill 500 people. Let's go on, shall we? Romanian national Ian Pintaru, who pled guilty to wounding with intent to cause grievous bodily harm after stabbing an 11-year-old girl in Leicester Square. 4 Kurdish migrants, Hannah Hassan, Osama Kadir, Dawa Mantik and Yosef Shaban from Iran and Iraq, there they are on your screens, found guilty of roaming streets armed with machetes and knives. Tunisian migrant Hussein Noura and Sudanese migrant Ibrahim Zori found guilty after chasing migrant hotel staff with knives because they didn't like the breakfast being served. Shall we go on? A Turkish national known only as KD found guilty of stabbing his wife, who then won the right to stay in Britain after arguing he might face anger from his in-laws back home. Sudanese migrant Deng Chol Majek found guilty of murdering hotel worker Rhiannon Sky White more than 20 times with a screwdriver. Romanian nationals Misia Marian Cumpelesu, Remu Stan, Catalin Dobre, Christian Urilantu and Alexandra Begona found guilty of running a grooming gang that exploited 10 women in Dundee. Iranian migrant Amir Abedi Mofrad found guilty of a 15-year-old girl. By the way, he already had 11 assault convictions in Germany. Algerian national Sid Ali Jelid found guilty of men and women in Manchester. Are you bored yet? I'm going to carry on. Congolese national Ancient Malaya found guilty of after multiple failed deportation attempts. Iranian migrant Abdullah Ahmadi and Egyptian nationals Karen al-Dassarat and Ibrahim al-Sheikh found on Brighton Beach. Syrian brothers Omar and Mohammed Badarin found guilty of leading a grooming gang that raped a 15-year-old girl after threatening to kidnap her. Afghan asylum seekers Sadiq Nizrak found a 15-year-old girl after following her down a street. Afghan migrant Rapullah Daisy found guilty of a teenager after telling her he'd be her boyfriend. Syrian national Hadi al-Kumi found guilty of sexually assaulting 4 women in just 3 days. Egyptian small boat migrant Mustafa El-Bohi remanded in custody, accused a woman twice after using Google Translate to tell her, "I want to F you." Romanian national Eugen Similak found guilty of a woman walking home alone in Cornwall. That's just a fraction of the examples we found today. It's a 2-hour show, so I haven't got the time to reel them off over the course of 2 hours, even though I could. I could physically sit here now for 2 hours and fill the 2-hour show with example after example. These are the only ones that GB News has been able to compile before we came on air. There is no log of all the crimes committed by migrants, mainly because we probably don't even know who's in Britain to begin with. And just to put this in perspective, in Bournemouth alone, police have brought 116 charges against migrants staying at just 3 hotels. 116 charges against 116 migrants at 3 hotels. That's one small corner of Britain. Now, multiply that across every city, across every town, and across every street in the country. We're told most migrants are decent people, and of course, many are. But when the border is broken, predators walk right through. Britain isn't heartless, but it's becoming lawless. America, where I am today, defends its borders. Britain defends its excuses. And if the system can't tell the difference between a refugee and a rapist, then the system has no right to call itself fair or safe, because right now, the only thing being deported is trust. GB News has this evening contacted the Home Office for comment, and this is what they told us. When foreign nationals commit serious crimes in our country, we will always do everything in our power to deport them. Under this government, returns of people with no right to remain in the UK have surged with 35,000 people, a 13% rise compared to the previous year. Of the total returns since the election, nearly 5,200 were of foreign national offenders, an increase of 14%. We are now reviewing the domestic application of the the European Convention of Human Rights to change the way in which it is applied in immigration cases. I'm sorry to start the show on such a sombre note this morning at midnight, but as I said to Patrick in the last hour or so, when you watch your home country from afar, as I have across the Atlantic over this past couple of months, you can see from a bird's eye perspective the chaos that is being unleashed on the nation I love. Well, let's get the take.
Yeah, how much more evidence do they need? And again, what did you notice the key similarities with all those individuals you reeled off there? You know, it's the area, the culture, the ideologies that they're from, and the same as that individual that was residing in that hotel that admitted, well, he does it because he feels like it. Again, not culturally aligned, and the UK needs to get rid of them. Guys, do let me know your thoughts on that one down there in the comment section below. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more content just like this. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.